There is only one indigenous broadcaster championing the cause for the restoration of Biafra. Biafra Human Rights Radio. Of course, unstoppable and remain a beacon of truth. It has been so since yesterday, and it is today and forever.
Land of the rising sun, we love and cherish. Beloved homeland of our brave heroes. We must defend our lives or we shall perish. We shall protect our hearts from all our foes. But if the price is death for all we hold dear, then let us die without a shred of fear. Held to be Biafra, consecrated nation. O fatherland, this be our solemn pledge. Defending this shall be a dedication. Spilling our blood we count a privilege. The wave is thundered which emboldens the free. Shall always be a flag of liberty. We shall emerge triumphant from this ordeal, and through the crucible unscared we'll pass. When we are poised, the wounds of battle to heal, we shall remember those who died in mass. Then shall our trumpets build the glorious song of victory. We scarred our minds around. Oh God, protect us from the hidden pitfall. Guide all our movement lest we go astray. Give us the strength to hear the humanist call, to give and not to count their cost each day. Bless those who rule to serve with resoluteness, to make this climb a land of righteousness.
There is only one indigenous broadcaster championing the cause for the restoration of Biafra. Biafra Human Rights Radio. Of course, unstoppable and remains the beacon of truth. It has been so since yesterday, and it is today and forever.
Oh my son, you could be ready to lay good foundation. Earlier the better. In the nearest future, you will be one of the leaders. So we pray. Amen.
restoration of Biafra. Biafra Human Rights Radio.
You could be ready to lay good foundation. Earlier the better. In the nearest future, you will be one of the leaders. So we pray. Amen. They become a leader. It's not very easy. They become a man. It's not the work. Everybody ambition is to become a leader. Is to become a big man. That is the struggle. So my brother, you should be ready to lay good foundation. Earlier the better. In the nearest future, you will be one of the leaders. So we pray. Amen. Oh my son, you could be ready to lay good foundation. Earlier the better. In the nearest future, you will be one of the leaders. So we pray. Amen. Oh my daughter, you could be ready to lay good foundation. Earlier the better. In the nearest future, you will be one of the leaders. So we pray. Amen.
Once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, people of conscience around the world, sympathizers and those who decide to identify with the people of Biafra in a time like this, I say good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and to some of you good night depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra. We are streaming live from Biafra Land. And of course, we are streaming through Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio Station. Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio Station, as the name suggests, is a child of circumstance. It was actually introduced to checkmate the excesses of some of our people. But of course, it is being anchored by Diokpa Uchiuka Fomefo, who hails from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. Diokpa Uchiuka Fomefo, for record purposes, is the man who assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. What is the project and what is the heart of the project? The project is all about our right to self-determination. The project is as simple as on the quest to be the author of our destiny. The project is to stop the indiscriminate killing of our people. The project is to expose every instrument of emasculation. The project is to expose injustice. The project is to promote love, equity, transparency, fairness within our ability, not encroaching on the right of others. And that is why we promise our people we will get Biafra without a gunshot. That is why we promise our people that we will operate within the preamble of law. We understand that a time will come, you can be rest assured, we may have to defend ourselves. And if we are fighting to defend ourselves, of course you understand what happens in the process of trying to defend yourself. But it must be on record that it is not our intention to violate anybody's right. And so the heart of the project remains that we want Yoruba to have a wonderful nation, Oduduwa nation. We want them to live happily in their ancestral land. We wish the Hausa and the Yoruba the same. And as many other ethnic nationalities trapped within the Nigerian state who wishes in the nearest future to have the same privileges. Of course, we wish everybody well. But for us as a people, we need to review the Nigerian state. We have been wandering in the wilderness for a very long time. And now we want to go home. But of course, elements of corruption are everywhere. And so Mazimefo said, I won't allow this corruption to come into the ship. This having been said, I will acknowledge members of the Biafra Nation Alliance, the Board of Trustees, and of course the administrators, the media department, and every other union within the Biafra Nation Alliance family who are working assiduously to make sure that we correct all the wrongs that have been done already. I acknowledge members of Biafra de facto customary government, all the pro-Biafran group who against all odds came together. And of course, within your abilities, you are doing what you can do to ensure that this project is not destroyed. I thank all of you. Names too numerous to mention. And of course, we have the legislative, the parliament. We have the executives in charge of implementation. And we are calling on all of you. This is the time for you to lend your voice to the people of Biafra. I will go ahead to acknowledge the indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu. They are just a fraction of other pro-Biafran group. But they are unique. Unique in the sense that they only know how to insult. That is all that is left. They've created saboteur till no saboteur to create. Now they are creating themselves, renovating themselves to another version or model of saboteur. If you look at my Facebook platform now, I'm talking to the next generation. You will see them by their fruit. You see them, they insult you. Shabu, criminal, Onyoshi, Ashawu, you don't have sense. You are a Mugu, we will kill you. That is the only thing they know how to do, nothing else. And we cannot put the future of the next generation in the hand of people who are like that. 1 year ago, it is trending on Radio Biafra. George Onyibe exposed season 1. George Onyibe exposed season 2. George Onyibe exposed season 3. As he dey hot, as he dey pepper, as he dey do. Most of you become accomplished of evil you know nothing about. Till today, the gangster called US. Till today, Nnamdi Kanu. Till today, Nenayanya, another criminal element, career freedom fighter. None of them have shown you what I did do. None of them have proof. They only set people up. But it's okay. Like I assured them, any name you call me, I will answer. All of you, most of you were there. You began to hear, oh, Dr. Kado is a sabo. He has collected money from British government. Dr. BD is a criminal. He has collected money from Jamaican government. Oh, Uche Mefo has collected money from... All of you were there. These are good men. To the best of my knowledge, these are good men. But if you corrected Nnamdi Kanu, you must be destroyed. Now we have destroyed ourselves already. So what else? Now you get the point. And so, acknowledge the indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu. But this is not what we wish for them. That which you wish for another person, may it come back to you, except your hand is clean. So when you are on my platform, you are yapping. I love it. It motivates me. Your presence on my platform is an inspiration to what I do. So that is why I could keep reminding you, China Sanguru, all the recruits in Kuwait and those in Biafra, send all of them. Let me have more motivation this evening. I have to acknowledge the Creator. Chukwu Nidima Anya Neluwam Chukwu Nidima Izuru Kemeo Chukwu Idima Akpata Nekunwa O Chukwu Nidima Izuru Keme. Ise. And of course, together as a people of Biafra, we have a way we do our things. Not everybody will understand. This evening, without wasting much of our time, I want us to briefly go to our message, which is titled Setting Up Leadership Structure that is Capable of Developing Biafra Future Leaders. Setting up leadership structure that is capable of developing Biafra future leaders. One of the greatest challenge Africans have is their inability to culture future leader by ways of principle. In Africa, for instance, we have a unique problem, and that problem is our inability to culture by principle the next set of leaders. And so that is why from 1960 to this very moment, from the first day, be the Portuguese, be the Europeans, be the Americans, whoever colonized Africa, from the very first time they stepped into Africa, what they did was to hijack the realm of leadership. Who would believe that from 1960 or 1914 till this very moment, it's almost the same set of people that is ruling the whole of Africa? If you see anybody who try to alterate any form of change in terms of political leadership, they are either assassinated, they are either killed or tagged terrorists. More than 99.9% of them, those who rise up to effect change. We all know the history of Saddam Hussein. We all know the history of Gaddafi. We all know the history of Lassiasa. We all know the history of so many African leaders. And we all can agree, as far as Africa is concerned, Nigerian as a case study, it is the same people that have been ruling Nigeria since independence. And so each time we are shouting PDP, APC, QQQ, WPC, I do not understand. Because PDP is APC and APC is PDP. And ABGA or any other political, young choppers political party, all of them are the same. It's just a matter of view and opinion at a particular given time. And so after the first coup, after the degeneration of Nigeria, after there were issues in the first transition of Nigeria, which led to the death of many of these hand-picked leaders trained by the colonial masters. So you can understand what we mean. The death of Ahmadu Bello, Tafawa Balewa, the death of Agu Yoronsi, the death of Chukwumanzogo, among others. The runaway of Ogundikbe, General Ogundikbe, and the rest of them. Now, understand what happened. Those who survived took over the realm of power in Nigeria. Alhaji Shehu Shagari was elected democratic president. Alhaji Shehu Shagari, in less than 6 months within his reign as a democratic president, was overthrown by Alhaji Muhammadu Buhari. Or is he Alhaji or General Muhammadu Buhari? General Muhammadu Buhari, after some time, was overthrown by another person, Ibrahim Babangida. And then after Ibrahim Babangida has ruled, and then another person take over, which is General Sani Abacha. He died in office, who gave birth to Olusegun Obasanjo. And when Olusegun Obasanjo managed to rule for 12 years on or more, and then he handed over to Yaradua, who later died in office. Of course, he represented his elder brother that was poisoned in the prison. They were all part of the leaders, the army generals. And now Yaradua died in office because of his health challenge, which gave Good Luck, a stranger, an alien to the leadership of Nigerian structure, the privilege to rule. And the moment Good Luck would have maybe take Nigerian back to true democracy, the same government was taken over by another general, the first general, Ibrahim, I don't know why I'm calling Buhari Alhaji this evening. Anyway, Buhari take over. Buhari is still in power. Now, what I want you to see that is unique there is that all these people were the generals in the supposedly Nigerian Biafran war. All of them were general. They metamorphose into Kake, and then they transcend into Awada. And so, in the morning they are generals. In the evening they become civilian. They can be anything, whatever they want. They are still ruling us. I understand some of their challenges is their inability to create somebody that will take over from them. That is where God catch them, and that is where the failure or the setback in Africa start from. It is very obvious we have this mentality of always saying it is the leadership failure, leadership challenge, leadership. Who is this leadership? You still don't want to talk about it. This is an empire where saying the truth is a treasonable offense. We understand the risk, and believe me, we are ready to pay any price. But let it be that on our dying moment, it will be on record that we'll stand for the truth. We'll stand by the truth. And for the sake of the truth, if we must die, we will tell you how it's going to be. Anything you want to take, we will give to you. But after you take from us, you will not take from another Biafran again. And so, as far as Africa is concerned, the Chinese, the Japanese, the Koreans, the Asians, the Medians, the Persians, the Europeans, even the Babylonian, the Philippians, all of them, the Arabians will come together, the Jewish, they will tell you as an African man or woman, leadership is your problem. Who is this leader? And who is this leadership? You see. Tonight, I'm trying to beckon on the people of Biafra. There is need for us to change our position. I am not more enlightened than you. I'm not more educated than you. I'm not more exposed than you. I am not better than you in any way, and I have not claimed such. I do not have a tower where I will rise on the pinnacle of my power and glory and profess that I am what I am not. No, I am one of your brother. We have witnessed this evil, and we have desire, maybe more than you, to put an end to it. Let us continue. The issue of Biafran have been sustained by one simple fact, and that is our leadership structure before now has always been intact. The colonial master knew about this, as you can see expressed freely in the life of our founding fathers. One of the greatest secrets that has kept us still alive today as a people is because our founding fathers kept their leadership structure intact. They never sang about it. They never talked about it, but they did preserve it. The colonial master knew very well. And these are all on daily basis being expressed by what we can see and feel. Let me digress in a way of making you to see deeper. When the colonial master came, they picked a handful of our people. They trained them. They trained them, and I can assure you they are the best of their best. I have a list where I sample the name of all the genuine leaders. When I mean genuine leaders, they were trained for a genuine purpose. But somewhere along the line, the system was compromised. They trained them uniquely. When I see their exploit, whatever purpose the colonial master trained them for, it didn't work out. If we talk about people like Nahuru, who trained him, when you talk about Bele Giwa, who trained him, when you talk about Father Mbono, who trained him, when you talk about Ejike, who trained him, when you talk about even Professor Ben Wabuizi and of course the like of Professor Amechin Bazurike, who trained them, when you talk about Nnamdi Azikiwe, who trained them, when you talk about Awolowo, who trained them, when you talk about Yakubu Gowon, who trained them, including Muhammadu Buhari, who trained them, including Olusegun Obasanjo, who trained them. Think about everybody who had influence. They were all trained by the colonial masters. And as of the time they were meant to serve the country called Nigeria, most of them were trained to be the best of their best. And those of them who refuse to compromise, they are no more. But those who compromise, they are the generals, they are the one ruling you. But after this dispensation, after this era, leadership disappeared. Leadership disappeared. And that is because those who are left do not even understand the need why there must be leaders standing to take over the mantle of leadership as of when due or when necessary, because that is the only thing that will ensure the survival of the next generation. But the truth is overwhelming that in a time like this, we are busy teaching the next generation on how to be hoodlums, how to be unknown gunmen, how to be Eastern defendant, and thereby undermining the true value that project the leadership above the follower. It is overwhelming that when you look at Biafra as a state, as a country, as a people today, a lot of things has gone wrong. That culture, that habit of training leaders, of encouraging leader, of guiding leader, is almost bastardized, destroyed completely. I started by singing a song of a leader, and so our people will understand. It's about preparing the next generation for leadership. Do we really understand what we are talking about? Do we really understand what it takes? We have been able at this point in time to train those who think that leadership is about criminality. You just take your time and look at what is happening within Biafra land. It will shock you. It will shock you. It will shock you in the sense that most of our youth want to believe that I don't know how to put it. The next generation are trained to be hooligans, criminals. No leadership culture. Because the same system that would have guided them is the same system that is messing them up. The youth are the future of tomorrow. And my own generation, most of the youth are 50 years, 40 years. And most of them who are 50, 40, 60, some of them are still doing unknown government. They are going to bus stop to burn their brother's keke or motorcycle. And then they claim they are fighting for freedom. After doing unknown gunmen, and we decide to vote for you to be the president of Nigeria or the president of Biafra, are you sure your brain is still okay to be our president? But you will not understand. Where are the next leaders of the Biafra nation? Who are the next set of Igbo leader? Our musicians or our actors and actresses? Where are these proteges? Where are these young men and women who will pilot the affair of the Biafra nation in the nearest future? And most of you are not even seeing it. The culture, the habit of training them is long dead. What you have now is influencing them to do your dirty job. Go and snatch palace boss. Go inside the bush and kill everybody. Go and do this and do that. We saw this danger before now. And so we came out to correct the system. But it's quite unfortunate that most of us who already know the truth become accomplished in this same evil. And that is why we got to a stage we say no. If we fail to address this issue one day will address us. And it's addressing us gradually. And so the people of Biafra must understand that this is a call for concern for us to begin to set up leadership structure which is capable to develop Biafran future. Leaders who can protect the interests of Biafrans in the nearest future. And how do you do this? There must be people who are ready to sacrifice for everything for their people. When we talk about developing that mindset, when we talk about developing future leaders who can be able to secure the Biafra nation in the nearest future, these people must have certain qualities. One, the ability for them to sacrifice anything for the sake of their people. Most of our people do not understand. To be a leader, you must be ready to sacrifice anything. It does not matter whose opinion that is prevalent at that moment. As far as Muhammadu Buhari is concerned, he's a president of the North. And he's ready to do anything to protect the overall interests of the Northerners. He doesn't give a bluff. He don't care who you are. As far as it is not an agenda. He told you, I will openly show support to Sharia law. Even when he knew that as a president of Nigeria, such words are taboo. Because all of us don't believe in Sharia law. Sharia law is an offense to some of us. The same way Christian law is an offense to most of the Muslims. But he's a leader of the Northerners. I am yet to see a leader among the leaders in Biafra land who can actually rise up and say, I will give complete support to certain things that go contrary against the right of other Nigerians for the interest of his people. None of them will even sacrifice their car, not to talk of their life. And so today, that is why just a simple phone call, your governor will abandon all of you. A simple phone call, your governor can give all your land to the federal government. A simple phone call, your governor can call for execution of all of you. A simple phone call, justice will be denied you. Why? Because the leaders now don't even understand the role they are meant to play. If you look at the leaders, the founding father of these great nations you see today, they were ready to sacrifice everything. In fact, they sacrificed everything. If we have to start from home, Nelson Mandela fought seriously as a leader. What did he gain in the end? He gave South Africa political power. But of course, economically, apartheid is still going on. He sacrificed so much. 27 good years. 27 good years. He was head in Liberty Island. But because he's a genuine leader, with or without him, he was able to influence the whole of South Africa. And both his friends and his enemy alike, they all played to his beating. These are leaders. Today, if Nnamdi Kanu, for instance, who we have all given unalloyed support according to Mbaka, to assume the position of a leader, if he were nurtured, if he had listened to advice, by now his deed will be written in the sand of eternity. And his name will be in the lips of endless generation. And of course, our actions these days will last beyond the pyramids of Egypt. But no, he drives on private jet around the world. He wears Cindy and Gucci, Versace and Moschino. He wears Christian Dior perfume and all that wonderful ornament, gold and the rest of it. And then he threatened everybody, create personal security, he called unknown gunmen. And then they come after you the moment you are perceived as an enemy. And that is our leader. That is the level of mentality of a leader. A leader who is in charge of finance, a leader who is in charge of military, a leader who him and the family member are in charge of everything. A leader who tell you don't join Nigerian army, but his system are in the Nigerian police. A leader who tell you that Nigeria is sinful, but they dine and eat with Nigeria. A leader who tell you we come to save you, but at the end of the day, they are the one killing you. Not until this evil is taken away from among us, all of you will hear it from now till eternity. They cannot be swept under the carpet. We need to begin to reactivate that culture of leadership. And leaders must be equipped to face every form of challenge. Leaders must be equipped to face every form of challenge. Gowon was no match for Ojukwu despite his allies. But even at that moment, he was ignorant and was willing to fight Ojukwu. Ojukwu understand the magnitude, the power, the overwhelming presence of enemy, global enemy. But as a leader, he was ready to fight. That is leader. Not the type of leader, you know police is coming. Instead of you to tell your people, run for your life, go away from that position, you tell them to block your gate. Meanwhile, you are in one of the creek hiding already, and you come and tell us you were evacuated, and 28 people die. Jack died safe. But can we go to that Arochukwu and swear that 28 people died in Nnamdi Kanu's house? Leader that when problem come, they abandon you. That is what we have everywhere. If you watch most of them on social media now, making noise, we kill you, we'll do this one. When DSS hold them now, I begin to see that they will be crying. I want to see my mama. I beg, make I see my mama. Hey, please make I see my mama. That's what they do. I do not blame them, because these are leaders that are not cultured. This is the time we need to begin to build leaders who assume position of fatherhood. Some people want to be addressed as a leader, but you do not have what it takes to be a leader. How many of our leaders, from politicians to freedom fighter to head of a different parasitator, how many of you under your ministry can actually say you are exhibiting a quality of a father, that you are a father to people you are leading? Do you know what it means to be a father? Some of you are father, you don't know what it means to be a father. I have seen many of them settle matter. Just try and tell Onyibe that his brother is collecting a visa money from Biafrans. He's duping them. If he cannot poison you, he will send unknown government to kill you. Just try it. Just try and complain against any Onyibe family. So you know there is a difference between a freeborn and then an orphan. I understand that Nnamdi Azikiwe may not be the best of all men. But when these people were in the helm of affair of Nigeria, they were father to Nigerians. Each day I begin to see they really don't understand what it means to be tribalistic. They actually want to father everybody. But just that there are hooligans in the corridor of power already who understand that initiating such principle will make us develop. And they don't want us develop. And so such ideas must be destroyed. Most of you think that when you are a general, that is when you are a leader. No. You have to be like a father. No matter what it is said negatively about Adolf Hitler, in one of his quotes, he says, show your soldiers that you can die for them. They will be the one dying to protect you. Let the right idea and knowledge be inculcated into the minds of the next generation. Leaders must be exemplary in nature. You don't tell people to do something you cannot do. No, you must set example. What do we see here? We don't work with politicians. We don't work with them. They are criminal. They are evil. But you are using us to chance all of them, as just demonstrated recently in Anambra State election. By the time we begin to publish all your transactions with the governors now, now we are advising you to respect yourself and retrace your step. To you think you have all it takes. Don't worry. Leaders live exemplary life. Your yes, let it be yes. Let your no, let it be no. Before we say they are talking with both sides of their mouth. True leaders must be servant. True leader must be servant. Because a lot of things has gone wrong. And most of you think the shenanigan being put up by Nnamdi is the way to go. You are deceiving yourself. But then Nnamdi started. When he has not seen the power of money, he used to be, what did he call himself? Servant leader. Servant of the people. But by the time he has been able to blackmail all of you into submission, call you sabot, all of you run. Those of you in Europe, you hide. Today, you people are still hiding. When I open my line, I fear no go let on a call. That is why now the Kanu used to tell all of you, you go and hide under your wife wrapper. They are now hiding under their wife bra because the wrapper, they may see you. So you hide under your wife wrapper because you are afraid. He's no longer a servant, he's now an emperor because he has an emissary. Rabbi Charles is the emperor's emissary. That is not the quality of a leader. And that is the kind of leader we seem to have. We see all of them. Yes, I am general. This one, I am general. All of them are general. General Dragon. General Ikonso. General without barrack. It's unfortunate. What am I trying to say in effect? The only way you can assume leadership is by intimidation, as is expressly be noticed. Nobody should come out, sit at home. Every Monday you must sit at home, whether you like it or not. My guy, you are a tyrant, you are not a leader. And of course, most of our people are afraid. They don't want problems, so they run in. They're not obeying you. That is just permissive will, not perfect will of the people. There is a difference between permissive will and perfect will. Leaders must be visionary. This is the time we'll teach our next generation. They need to be visionaries. When I mean visionary, I'm not talking about prophecy. Hey, Nigeria will end by 2023. Now lie. God didn't tell you. Or maybe it's the kind of God that told Mbaka, Buhari is a Messiah. His wife is a holy Buhari wife. His children are virtuous children. It was our prayer, our cry. God send us Buhari. Most of you have forgotten. The people of God, they prayed to God, and God looked at the face of their misery and answered their prayer and sent us Muhammadu Buhari, a very holy, righteous man. We must give him on our Lord's support, and I don't forget them. When we talk about visionary, not all those Yahoo visionary. They are jumping up and down. Some are sponsoring prophet. I saw the lion. The lion is turning to tiger. It's a lie. That tiger is turning to a Greek fowl. Lion and the canoe was picked up like a Greek fowl, not even native fowl. It's a lie. God didn't tell all of you. Man does not choose the way for God. God chooses the way for man. And he understands whatever it is that will make him take all the glory. Let him initiate that plan. But the will of man will not prevail over that of God. And that is why one of our sisters sang, Onwero mgbe ike mmadụ ga-eji karị ike Chukwu. Onwero. When we talk about visionaries, you should be able to understand the outcome of any decision you are making today, even before you make that decision. All these things happening, we know how it's going to end. That is why we are not bothered. We know how it's going to end. Because solution remains solution. And you cannot sow rice and expect to reap cocoyam. And so in conclusion tonight, the next generation of Biafra must understand there are so much on the decks to do. So much complication. Now the Kano has almost 90% succeeded in destroying everything that will give us Biafra. Most of you are not seeing it. But of course, you are not trained. You are not guided. So you don't know what is happening. The real zombie now, bingos, according to Ijeli called them. They will be on Facebook, get out, Sabo, you are killing your people, you are betraying your people. Who is your people? Who is your people? And who is betraying who here? Where are those leaders? Those who are brave that Okenkwo and the things fall apart. Where are those leaders, even though they are lazy at Obiareka, but here they stand by the truth? Where are those leaders like Okenkwo father, even though he cannot do much, but then he give a little dignity to himself? Where are those leaders? Where are those leaders like Chino Achebe? Even though he was denied his right as a Lauren Obe, even though he had the privilege of riding in an expensive car within Nnamdi Azikiwe, even though he had what it takes to work with any leader around the world in his time, he rather retired to his table, his pen and his notebook to preserve the future most of us enjoy today, or that will deceive most of us very soon. Where are such leaders? By way of principle, where are such leaders? Where are such leaders whose slightest touch will command the obedience of the people of Biafra? Where are such leaders? Am I blaming anybody? No. If you cannot think it, you cannot have it. Let us think about the next line of leadership we long for as a people of Biafra. Let us think about what we can do for our people in the nearest future. And so we must begin to make room to create what is known as protege. People who will take from us. And if they must take from us, what are they taking from us? Biafra land is in need of true leadership. Biafra land is strong. Biafra land is ready. Biafra land is holy. Biafra land is wealthy. Biafra land is loving. Biafra land are human. But they are in search of true leadership. Where are these future leaders? Which of the university are you hiding? Where are these future leaders? Which of the church are you hiding like Martin Luther King? Where are the true leaders? Which of the university are you hiding? This is a simple question. Which of the floor of Senate are you hiding? Where exactly are you hiding? Where are the next leaders of Biafra, for God's sake? We may not be among them. We may not be part of them. But whatever way we can serve them genuinely, so our people can get their freedom, we will serve them. And so don't let anybody undermine you. Forget about your age now. Paul understands this truth and he told Timothy, don't let anybody undermine you because of your age. You must rise up to the challenge. The next generation, wherever you are, I encourage you. A lot is going on already. Rise up. Look for the Biafra Nation Alliance closer to you. Look for how to associate with the de facto customary government. Look for the pro-Biafran group. You agree with their idea and go with them. But let the platform to set up the next line of leadership, let them emerge. Leaders who are not in love with money. Leaders who don't take correction. Leaders who will not become emperor. Because the era of Iron Dynasty is gone. The leaders who the only thing that moves them is how to serve their people. You need to be ready because the journey has just begun. At this moment, our lines are open and you are free to call in. I do not expect everyone to understand the mindset behind this message. But those who still can reason, I beckon on you. We have a nation to deliver. We have a people to save. There are so many things at stake. We cannot fail our people. Our direct line remain 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971 is our direct line. Our direct line once again is 081-221-52971. And then our WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642. For the last time, our direct WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. If you cannot access the studio line, you're free to call in on my private WhatsApp or other social media platform. The lines are open and you are free to call in. This is the time, my son. This is the time, my brother. This is the time, my sister, for you to be ready as the future leader. I'll be back in a minute. Of course, we continue to progress. We'll tell our people the truth. I am joined by one of our brother. Can you hear me? Ogaranya Obia Diocha. Can you hear me? Good evening from here. One name Madu.
Good evening. How's your family? You just broke my spirit. I feel like destroying everywhere within a second. You know, because the spirit I have in this movement from the beginning, man, I'm really feeling very, very fucking hot. People don't know that it's just game they're playing, man. They have scattered everything, all the things we have built. Because I could remember when the broadcast started from 2015, when I joined the government. He said, if you want Biafra soldier die, thousands of soldiers will fall. My mind was boiling. I was so hot that I have met a man like me. Let us fight and get the freedom. All the things, I was listening to you and my mind is just boiling, man. Like, to build a house is not easy, but to destroy it It's just 1 minute, everything come down straight up. Just 1 minute, the building collapse. But to build it is a very difficult one from the foundation. That is all the effort we have made. It's just like somebody spending 20 years in outside, being a citizen of Europe. At the end of the day, he lost the citizenship and started afresh. That is what I'm just feeling like in this movement now, because it's hardly you find anyone to be sincere again. Hardly. Because I asked this guy from beginning, are you that is out for it? And everything turned around and become gay. When I still went to Kuje prison 2016, 16th of August, I still asked him, are you, I'm hearing that you want to denounce this Biafra. He said, no. But how they are thoughts. Hello?
Go ahead, we are listening. The world is listening.
I am too pissed off. I am too messed up, man. I'm like, the sufferance, all the effort. We have people who are ready to invest. We have investors who are ready to produce. And I'm not happy at all, man. Shit.
And of course, we understand your position. We were having a network issue, and hopefully we will get our brother connected back. But then we understand, we feel your pain, and we will get it. We will get it right. Can you hear me now? Quite unfortunate, but we continue to try. And so the people of Biafra must understand. A lot is at stake.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, you are back now, my brother. Go ahead, please.
The line is breaking off.
Yes, go ahead. It's better now.
My head is too hot, man. It's too fucking hot, man. Because what I believe is by now, our soldiers, what we can have on ground now, man, nobody, even British cannot even breathe to come near us. As he was talking. I don't want to be mentioning his name, because mentioning his name is to promote him more. When I meet him, nobody knows him. It's nobody to me. I know what I sacrificed. I nearly put my head on it. As many of the ignorant are putting their head on it. That is how I could have been God. And by now, everything will be a story. I never born to be afraid of any fucking human being in my life. Never till I die. Who born you? If I die today, now I am an old man. Because my father said that it's 25 years I will die. I am almost 59. So if I die now, I didn't die in time. I'm not any afraid of any fucking human being. But we stand that we must get our liberated. Look at the British. Why are they bringing warship? Is it any war there? Is it any war in Nigeria? People are talking about election and they are bringing warship. And when you look at our people, they think that they are most intelligent, they are most brilliant. And what they have, we have money. There is no 5-star hotel in the whole south and southeast. There is no production in the whole areas. Why are we making noise? Instead of us to look for power, to liberate our children unborn, we are there making noise. All we have is compass. There is no justice in the country we are. And we are fighting for liberation. The liberation we are fighting, the justice there, someone come and destroy the justice. You see, when I was fighting their head on top, 2017, it's the same election today. It's the same election mess you to go around to whole Anambra State. The same election, 2017. At the end of the day, nothing come out of it. It come again. Are you telling me that for past 4 years there is one factory in Anambra State? The answer is no. Is it any factory in the Delta State? The answer is no. Is it any 5-star hotel? The answer is no. Where is the future of our children's unborn? There is no future in Nigeria. Four factories in Nigeria. My brother, my head is burning. There is no future there. Why British are fighting to bring war there? Come to Britain. There is thousands of factories in UK here. Do you know that 90% of our black people are not working in the factory in this Western Europe, including America? Are you aware of that? 90% of our people living in this Western world, none of them work in factories. All of them work in companies and cleanings, securities. That is what they are doing. The people who work in factories in this Western world are the indigenous people who are qualified with the certificate, with occupation. They are the ones working in factories. And look at the place we are coming from. Empty land. It's an empty field for war. And people cannot wake up. Let us fight one cause and liberate ourselves once and for all. You really touch my mind. I'm like, where are we going now? All this noise that we are making, what is it going to solve in our midst? There's no Anambra State election. There is no one gunshot there. Everywhere was quiet. And they're making noise all along, deceiving people. Deceiving innocent ones, killing innocent ones. Why kill them? When you know that you have nothing to offer, why can't you keep quiet? You think. Look at Norway here. A boy of 32 years, he checked Norway. The boy went home and think for 12 good years and come out with action. 2011. And he checked Norway. Nowhere, no, there is somebody. One man squad. One man, just one boy, 32 years old boy. From 18 years, he went into farm and had that plan for 12 good years and come with that action. 2011. So look at all the noise we have made for more than 10 years. I'm involved from 2013. Just call it 7 years. And I come out with nothing. I came out with nothing. Dog, I don't know where we're heading to, man. But God gave you encouragement.
Thank you.
You keep it up, man.
Thank you very much. Yes. And of course, there is nothing else we have than faith and hope. We have not lost hope in our people. We believe in them and we continue to push. It's just simple. Not everybody will understand. There is need for the people of Biafra. There is need for the people of Biafra. Yes, I have a caller on WhatsApp. If you can hear me, good evening from here. Caller on WhatsApp. Just a minute, please. A caller on WhatsApp, just hold on a minute. Can you hear me? Good evening from here. Good evening from here.
Good evening from here.
You're welcome to the program.
I'm John Obleri. Yeah, I'm John Obleri, calling from Lagos, Nigeria.
Please.
I'm Mr. John Obleri.
Yes, go ahead, please, Mr. John.
All right. So much happy. I'm here with my lot of friends who find it difficult to believe the fact of the government are doing something great concerning Biafra, and I make it a point of duty to organize few of them for we to listen to the broadcast together. And I thank God that I'm winning them through your speech and other things you are saying, though some of them are well learned. they start understanding that really in a struggle like this, there's a lot of people that need to come in to put things together. And I'm happy that people like you, Ushemefo, Asari Dokubo, Obido, Obienu, and so many of them are very much around. Those who find it difficult to believe that one man can turn their understanding upside down because he needs money. Thank God that today, Biafrans are now understanding. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, my brother. Go ahead. The world is listening. Go ahead. That is Zoo Epileptic Network, but if you can hear
Hello,
me,
can you hear me, sir?
loud and clear. Go ahead.
All right. So I was saying, I thank God that you people are on ground because 10 years ago, millions of Biafra found it difficult to believe that this struggle will see a headway. Now, today, the rights of our people have gradually making them to understand because we have now realized that really there's every need for we to work as a team. Whatever you know best how to do for we to go our destination Biafra, do it. And everybody is now doing his or her own best. Today, Biafrans who find it difficult to believe that we are supposed to work as a team have already exonerated themselves, start singing, yapping, talking all the manner of rubbish just to make themselves relevant. But today, gradually, I've seen that a big team, a big man, a big voice, a big heart of all the Biafra who understand how making them to look like a child. But when they say something, shouting, making noise, threatening people, when the Biafran, the real Biafra men come out and say this is what it is. At the end of it becomes so. A nation of Anambra have come and gone. So many of them now are regretting. So many of them are now shouting. So many of them are now shouting, had I know. And I'm very much happy because if not people like you, many of them wouldn't have believed that this cause is from God. Many of them wouldn't have believed this cause have a place going. But today, I thank Ushemefo, who say over his dead body that this mission can never fall on ground without come to a fulfillment. And I thank Obido Obienu, who is giving us the advice as a father. Okato and so many of them, mostly the Asari Dokubo, the leader of implementing committee, who are doing everything possible to see that we understand what it takes to work as a team. I thank you all. I thank your advice. I thank your encouragement that you are giving our people. I myself here in Lagos, I'm putting my best. And I also thank the man that made the dream come to reality, Dr. Ralph Wazirike, who have done everything humanly possible. So see that our people will understand that there's a need for you to work and make something out of nothing. Today, nobody will say that he or she haven't heard about Biafra. But we thank God that in a big family like Eastern region, in a big family like a Biafra, there will be mad people like Ipunk, Adnan Carlo, who will come and play their role. In a way for we who have understanding to look inward and see many ways to put things right. Today, they are helping us to sit well and do things right. So, Diopa, I'm thanking you so much. I thank you all the part of customary government, and I thank you all the Biafra Alliance, and I thank you all the freedom fighters who come together. So I'm using this opportunity to tell all our brothers who are under IPOC, Nan Carlo, anybody who want to believe that they are doing the right thing, ask them why they don't come together with other groups. What do they have different that other people doesn't have? This is my simple question. I thank you, Biafra, and I thank Biafra. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, my brother. The truth cannot be overemphasized. We understand how these things work. We know how it's going to end. The people will know the truth. Truth is one force that cannot be submounted. Truth may be naked, and so it doesn't come out on time. Truth cannot be killed. You may bury it, but it will still rise. And of course, I'm happy that there are men and women out there like you who has woken up in a time like this. Coming back to our topic, which simply says setting up leadership structure that is capable of developing Biafra future leaders. A lot has to do with leader. And let our people understand, some people are born leaders, but some people are made leader. But the level of training you receive and the level of commitment you deploy has so much role to play. We may be the hem of affair in an event going on today. That does not make us the leader you're looking for. It could be you. And so don't make any mistake about that. Caller on the line.
Thank you.
Can you hear me? Caller on the line.
Good evening. Good evening, ma.
Good evening from here. Go ahead.
Mr. Obiora.
You're welcome. Go ahead, please.
I'm calling from Usuka, Biafra land.
Soka. A very wonderful place. And how is in Soka this evening, my brother?
Hello?
I say, how is in Soka this evening?
Usuka is very fine.
Oh, thank God. Go ahead, the world is listening.
I am very, very happy that the whole world is hearing us. Today, the agitation of Biafra have gone more than what people think. But what I plead for everybody who is working, as I'm working here, two people are there working, all in the name of to restore Biafra. Biafra will never come from one particular area. IPOB is working for Biafra. Biafra Human Rights is working for Biafra. The Mazov is working for Biafra. I will try to chip in my own contribution. Let us come with one voice and come with one mission. There's something that is happening now that I don't like. What I don't like is that people are bent on criticizing each other. Whenever I hear you people's radio, what I hear is what Nnamdi Kanu have done negatively. And that thing brings down, hello, that thing brings down the integrity of Biafra agitation. I will always want us to act in the sense that we all are fighting for a particular goal. Nnamdi Kanu have told us that he is not ready to lead Biafra politically. What Nnamdi Kanu is planning for is to satisfy his own personal wish, which is to restore Biafra. Ufor was the second in command, but now he's come on have Oga on his own. I love it. Let Uche work on his own farm and make his own family, the same family of the same family which we all fight for. Let us come together and fight for one particular goal. I have never heard where Nnamdi Kanu criticizes anybody. That's what I love about Nnamdi Kanu. He faces his business and do his business very well. So I pray that people will understand the game. It's not about criticizing ourselves. It makes us criticize each other. That is my contribution, sir.
Cause for the
Are you still there?
Hello.
Yes, go ahead, please.
If you people will help me and give me ear, I will be very, very happy. I'm not against anybody. I have heard about you now who is presenting Onyibe. it is a very big privilege for me to talk to you directly. I am ready to spend my own money, spend my own time, spend my own life talking about Biafra. Biafra is my home. If you, please, can help me and give me ear and try your best to create points or plans you have for Biafra, I will join you. I will be a man you will be proud of as your own boy. I will never be happy to always hearing people criticizing, maybe you now criticizing Mazov, which is Raf, Mr. Raf was wicked. I will never. Raf have tried his own best. If you check Bible is just like this struggle of Biafra. Many people have come and go. Even Namdekalo will come and go. You now as Onyibe will come and go. Puchomofo will come and go. It might be my own son that will restore Biafra if God wishes to be like that. So what I want us to do is we walk according to the will of God in this struggle. Nobody is a fool. Nobody is the wisest man. For me, I look at it as we are being unreasonable, criticizing ourselves, and people are listening to us. People from different tribes, people from different regions, people from different parts of the world are listening to us. This is radio. If you open your radio, if you open your platform, you'll be hearing whatever anybody is saying. Check your people that are listening to you. There are many people who are typing. Some of them are typing insults to you, which I don't cherish. What I cherish is let us come together, reason together, and go with one voice. You can be in your family. I can be in my family. I'm the owner of IPON, which I created, the Indigenous People of Nigeria. This thing is something I created party, which I was working for people to reason in line and do and reshuffle Nigeria to a better country. But it didn't work because Nigeria kept on going different ways. If you talk about restructuring, they will destroy it. They will just tell you that you are not from the north, and that's why you talk about restructuring. When I know that the restructuring will take Nigeria very far. If we want to fight for Biafra, which is our home, let us work according to the way it's supposed to be. Bring up your facts. Bring up your facts. If it is okay by me, I will follow you as a fan. Somebody who is a fan of Nnamdi Kanu can be a fan of Onyibe. Can be a fan of this is my own contribution, sir. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much, my brother. I sincerely share your opinion. Thank you for your contribution and for being human in the first place. I like the way you put it. But let me tell you something. Whatever we are doing at this moment is necessary. Because without that, you will not be able to differentiate a mechanic from a madman. I use myself as a case study because we had first-hand experience, information, and encounter. And so it's almost anybody to tell us how to feel. I was expelled for only God know why. Because we tell Nnamdi Kanu, don't sell the next generation. I went back for 4 months. I didn't broadcast. I didn't say anything. Punk were jumping on social media. George Onyibe is leading Wike to kill Igbo people. George Onyibe collect 100 million from Oji Zokalo. George Onyibe Menka. But all these things are not true. For 4 months, Radio Biafra, led by Nnamdi Kanu, was dedicated by recruits. Nnamdi Kanu told them they should rubbish me till I cannot open my front door to come outside. It was convenient for everybody. Oh, it's Savior Nnamdi Kanu, and so he should go on notice. Now, after this era, no other freedom fighting platform will castigate another. And come to think about it, he spent almost 10 years castigating Uwazurike. Uwazurike can play born again now, all of them. That is their business. I don't tell them how to feel, and I respect all of them. But now we know the truth. These issues need to be reviewed, and you will not understand what I'm saying until I point out Nnamdi Kanu, because he has become the clause in the wheel of our progress. Why can't we embrace this truth, understand what is going on once and for all, so we can save our people? Do you know how many people buried alive? And so we come and do hallelujah, 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 praise the Lord, hallelujah, single, so the world will say we are good people. We've not contest or debate about that. We just want to go home. But of course, you said what is right, but not until the issue of IPONG, Nnamdi Kanu. Thank God you saw them on my platform. Have you seen me on their platform? Anyway, caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Of course, we lost that caller. And so people must understand. We have to let them understand the position where we have found ourselves as a people. Let's tell ourselves the truth. Without this Biafra Woman Right and Freedom radio station, many of you will believe that what do you call him, Nnamdi Kanu, Onyibe has sold Biafra, Radio Biafra. Yes, OBDK, good evening from here. Your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening, OBDK. I'm calling from Italy.
Go ahead,
so,
please.
I come to thank you and to join you to listen your good message. So I thank you tonight, and the topic tonight is a wonderful one because we get the ability to restore our nation. I think if we want to get this ability, it means that we have to meet like diverse ideas. So, and these diverse ideas is what we think that can land us to where we are going. I think that brother that called from Lagos, I thank him, for his courage and for his word, because what we are doing is not childish. It's something that needs diplomatic. And I'm not angry with those our brothers who have never still understood, what we are saying. But I know as time goes on, they will understand what we are saying. So I want to come and tell Biafran tonight and ask Biafran questions as well. And the two questions I want to ask the Biafrans, the pro-Biafran groups, and mostly to the leadership of IPOP present and for other people as well. I want to ask them, are we really looking for Biafra? And what are the ways we are looking to this Biafra? And what are we doing with our people? Because today we hear this talk, tomorrow they will change, and next tomorrow they will change, they will make propaganda, somebody is dead, they have given this person money, and the other person and another person money. Their country is the people that have come together and sit down and make argument to disagree and to agree. So at this time, I must thank the de facto government for the ability to reason that it is necessary that to have this commission, because for me it's an I can say it as a commission, or I can call it a parliament, or on a forum, that guides organizations together. And therefore, the federal government is not calling anybody to abandon what he's doing and come and join Biafran de facto government. Biafran de facto government have make it simple to us, and the people is coming out now to talk about the main solution for we to have to restore our place. And this main solution is the unity of our people. The other guy that called, he said, why are some people afraid to join this de facto government? What is your fear, of getting unit with your people? What is the dangerous of you getting close to talk with your people how to restore your nation? What is danger there? And what is the danger of this unit? You have to ask yourself these two questions. And when you ask yourself these two questions, if you're not able to tell yourself the truth, you can go and look for somebody who is neutral, who will not be Afra, but who is neutral. You can go and ask him, what can I do in this kind of situation? I don't want to agree, and I want to disagree. So that person can tell you the importance of agree or importance of disagree as you ask him. So at this time, I think I'm sorry to say this thing, our brothers, the leadership, not the members of IPOP, the leadership of IPOP, they have been playing with the minds of our people so much. They have been profiting with the desperation of our people. So at this time, calling sit at home back, why they say until they're listening on the cattle. So you have to become, before you can be a good leader, you have to be somebody who will always stand on your words. I know you can change, but at least to extent. But not you be telling people go to market, and now people don't go to market tomorrow, telling them not to go again. It's confusing. It's confusing. So, and at the initial stage, that you are targeting something, and that thing you are targeting, you have never gotten them. Now you are quitting, because we know you will quit because you cannot stand it. So, Biafrans all over the whole world, if you're an IPOP, I want you to ask this question. You're a human being. Don't say you are not person, because Igbo people, Biafran people, we don't have many dull brains. So, and our nature is to ask questions. This is who we are. So I don't know why our people come to put the clothes that is not meant for us, to put another character that is not meant for us, to put another culture that is not meant for us. So this kind of play, I think it's time that our people have to open their eyes, and I must tell them that what Asere Dokubo have said, what Chief Rap have said before for the unity, and in the same thing, our own leader, Manzi Mefo, when he come out, he's saying that this is the way. Because it's when all of us come out and be in one umbrella, be on your IPOP, enjoy your brotherhood love you share with your members, it's no problem. But you have to do the right thing. You have to do the right thing. You don't have to come and give people fake hope. You don't have to come and tell people you have still and sign. I was watching the video when this man was making a conference with the British people, the London people. He was telling them that they have 3 ideas to restore Biafra. They know 3, and he know 3, and others knows 1. And I think in same meeting, he told them that it has still a sign. They have to go and vote. What are we doing? So please, Biafra, ask questions and try to get yourself involved with Biafra Nation Alliance. God bless you and God bless everybody. If you want to be a member of Biafra Nation Alliance, you can call my number +39 351 04 57169. OBDK. So if you don't find it, you can go to my Facebook. You can see the number there. I'm not hiding person. Divine Joe. You can find the number. You go to Biafra Nation Alliance Italy. You can find our number there. You can write for us. If you're here, you need an assistant how to have to do with your document, your commission. Call on us. We will guide you how you can be protected here based on the document issue. So this is what we do, because we are not restoring only Biafra as a name of a nation, but we are restoring even our individual lives, is making our life better and easy. So we are not the people that close our house to our people. We open our house. If you're a good person, we open our house for you, and we give you the support that we can give to a newcomer, or even the old person that is here that needs our assistance. So God bless everybody. God bless you. Keep on doing a good job. Thank you, brother.
Thank you very much, OBDK. And of course, the people of Biafra must understand we have a nation to deliver. It is not about an individual. It is not about a group of people. It is not about anybody. But yet it is about everybody. We must continue to do the right thing. We must continue to encourage ourselves and advise ourselves. We must continue to learn from our mistakes, and at the same time, those of you who have what it takes to correct the situation, this is the time for us to do the needful. Biafra has come to stay, but the same mistake of yesterday, we will not allow it to repeat itself. And the only way we can get it right is for everybody to rise up. Lend your voice. It's for everybody to rise up. Make your own positive contribution. We understand the need why diverse opinion must come up, because all of us are involved. And if all of us are involved, and then our opinion counts, and by the time these issues are reviewed, addressed on a normal platform, you will now see that the superior argument will win the case for all of us in the end. And these are some of the things we are fighting hard to ensure that everybody we are able to get to that standpoint where we can speak with one voice, where we can have mutual respect, understanding among one another. What are we looking for in the first place? If it is not a country we can call our home, if it's not a nation we can be proud of, what exactly are we looking for? And of course, we continue to call on our people to sensitize them, give them reasons why each and every one of them must stand up and let us train the next line of leadership who will protect this Biafra nation. I'm joined by our daddy in the Lord, Mazi Obidio Bienu. Yes, can you hear me, daddy in the Lord?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you, my reverend.
From here. You're welcome to the program.
Yeah, good afternoon from here. First, I wasn't even sure that this is... I didn't know that this is a live broadcast, because it was a kind of delay on the app initially. I think it's okay now. It's better now. And then I was listening, and I begin to say to myself, thank God that this message is going across. By the way, let me appreciate you for your doggedness. You can testify today that people are listening. And I want to say thank you for all that you do for us. Thank you for all Biafrans who are listening out there. Thank you for well-meaning Biafrans who really want to be free. The brother that called, and he said there were a few of them there that they are calling to see how they can come in. I didn't get his name, because as he was talking, someone else called me here, so I got involved in a phone discussion, and I didn't hear exactly the full details of what he presented. But I do know that he understood the game now that we've been playing over all these years. And I want to say to that brother, it's only God in heaven who sees in secret and open. If this call you have made on this platform, it's out of your heart. It's truly out of your heart. God will bless you. God will bless you. Because this is what we have been preaching for a long time here. For our people to disassociate from this ludicrousness, this idiocy that Nnamdi Kanu has created amongst our people, and reorganize ourselves. The last time I checked, I have not left this struggle. I'm still working to see how we can pull ourselves together and do this thing, because we can. If anyone is telling you that we are incapable of achieving our goals, then that individual, I don't know what to make of them. I do know that whatever a man sets out his heart to do, if you persist, if you are honest in it, if you essentially truthfulness that I have always talked about here, being truthful to ourselves and stop playing games, because the moment we are playing games, we will see ourselves delaying. We're wandering in the wilderness for all these years. So we cannot continue to tell ourselves lies and thinking that we can achieve anything using lies. So I want to appreciate that brother who called here, and also calling on people who might be listening. What we have done wrong is a kind of deviation from what we are doing before. Okay, we started on a good note. The message is right up to tomorrow. But the idea that there's a criminal intent in the minds of the Nnamdi Kanu and his cohorts, whom he recruited to be blocking every meaningful idea that is brought to this platform. And this is why they think that they are empowered now to be making decisions for the entire Biafrans. And you have seen how sloppy their decisions has become. You have seen how inconsistent the decisions has become, because in their little minds, they always tell you, our leader, our leader, our leader. I was listening to this wonderful program yesterday from one brother from Cross River. Another brother called in from he tried to educate our people. A brother called from Germany for this program, and he was trying to educate our people on what needs to be done. I don't want to names, but anybody that listened to that yesterday will understand what I was saying, to the point that they even brought in to ask that brother who was advising our people what to do, even though I don't quite agree with some of the things he said, because some of the things he said was not true. It wasn't true. He didn't have good information of what he was saying about Mazimefo, because the last time I checked, Mazimefo has not betrayed the Biafrans. And you guys are still going to come out and apologize to Mazimefo publicly for this curse that he placed on you guys to be lifted. Okay, you guys still have an opportunity to do that, because when we migrated to this platform, the first thing I did was to apologize to everyone whom Nnamdi Kanu had deceived me to thinking otherwise about these individuals. There are so many of them. Will I start from mentioning Nyanwood or Chief Rafu Wazirike or Elijah Senadokobo? Am I going to talk about Tony Nnadi, who is doing his thing in the direction of freedom? Who will I not talk about? Will I talk about Iranya and them and Mazi Eldawan, whom is still currently working for Biafrans? Who will I mention? That these criminals have used the radio platform to condemn and lied against. And every time he lies, nobody understands that he lies, because he was also lying with the name of God Almighty, making it seem like he's truthful. And because of the love of God, we all love God. Whenever he says anything using the name of God, we think, we believe him. Even the oath he brought, because my religion forbids taking oath. Being a Christian forbids taking oath, because Christianity, our Lord Yeshua said, let your yes be yes and no be no. But I fell short on that, and I went into taking oath from that was prescribed by a criminal. And the reason I was conned into doing that is because of the God he was mentioning. But at a particular time, we know that he's just a criminal, a mad, a mental health individual who does not have a single conscience. Okay, so dear friends, the reason I called this out, and I'm so overjoyed by the brother that called, please let us recruit ourselves again. Let us reorganize, not recruiting, but reorganize ourselves. Because we have done the recruitment. So many of us want Biafra. That's why so many, whenever there's something that went wrong, they start lashing out. But if you take a little bit of a moment, you will know that we have only one Lucifer, one deceiver in all this, and that is Nnamdi Kanu. He has successfully played thousands of us, and a lot of people have not understood the tricks. But I told you that I caught the tricks a few years ago. It was just a year ago that I caught the tricks when I called him and I said, I'm not sure who is deceiving who. I want to know. And I called the people I work with in the United States. I said, I'm going to know who is really the devil that is causing this confusion. It happened that it was Nnamdi Kanu, because he refused to take a healthy advice, refused to do the real thing that he needs to do. He had people who supported him. Father Ademegwa, I know you are covered in shame wherever you are today. I know you are covered in shame today. Mrs. Bridget, I know you are covered in shame. That's why you can't call me. Because what you're going through today, it's exactly what Uchemefo went through. It's exactly the same thing I went through. I know you are covered in shame, and so many of them that we are just blackmailed. We are here suffering, yielding money for Nnamdi Kanu, and he's planning to disgrace us. Madam Oyibo, if you are not part of the group, I know you must be covered in shame today. Okay? These are people who refuse to reason, even in the wake of a clear-cut criminality in what we are doing. Okay, now they are regrouping again. They placed Alozia and Peter Ike here on radio, paying them. Because for the people in the United States here, you will know. If you check your list, if you check your monthly contribution, see if Peter Ike and Alozia's name is in there. That is what is going to speak for this thing that I'm talking. Before you continue your foolishness, we are paying them to be lying to our people. They are paying a dozen Nzurumike. I think Nzurumike is on the run now. Also, now buying Ezayoba and China Samworu, they are paying them. to be protective of Onandek, to be robbing us. All the monies we have put together to solve a problem, they use it to pay themselves, and recruited people to be attacking us on the Facebook when we are telling them the truth. Okay, now they have gone back to tell you that they have an account, liaison officer account. They are no longer talking about Areri and Arodi account. It's now the liaison account. Okay, liaison account. As good as it sounds. And then it's creeping in again. Okay? And they're telling you about legal fees. Remember, legal fees, we started paying from how long now? Almost 9 years ago or 8 years ago. Okay? It's now a new announcement today. Legal fees for a criminal that you don't know what he's doing. The criminal that has caused so much pain to our people. The criminal that has destroyed the height of where we were in this cause of freedom. They are not asking you for legal fees again. Okay. Meanwhile, he has already played his game. That's why he told you to go out and vote en masse. After he has already disenfranchised you, after he told you no election, on your vote, okay, and I agree, on your vote, so the vote a day before the election, you've been disenfranchised because you don't have PVCs to give, you don't have anything to show for the vote. So he has collected money. And he told you to go and vote. Now, again, there's a confusion in the count. A lot of you that don't understand what he's playing is still talking our leader. We are going to fight for our leader. In other words, everybody is fighting for one criminal, one Leviathan that refused us to move on to the promised land. And none of you, common sense, they say, is common. It's not common. Now that same thing is playing out. That none of you can see this clear-cut deceit, this clear-cut scam. Okay? He collects from the politicians. He come here and collect your hard-earned money from your overtime in the name of freedom. And few years down the struggle, you become a criminal. They will blackmail you. And you know, most of you work with licenses. Yeah, you know, most of us are licensed practitioners here. And then the Kanu is a baba. He doesn't have a job. He doesn't have nothing to lose. And you guys are still believing that God sent him. And if you look from all his antecedents, he does not want Biafra. From all his behavior, you can tell that he's a Fulani man. If you look at the time he was born, you can rightly say what happened that time. And today, you are being fooled in the name of freedom. I know you all love freedom. I do love freedom. But it's high time, each and every one of you, disassociate yourself from this group. Let us rearrange ourselves. Let us reorganize ourselves and go for what we are looking for. We're almost there. We are just running around. Remember what I told you last time about the people of Israel were in Canaan, but they didn't know they were there. The Canaan was the land of milk and honey, and they were there acting up. And God unleashed snake to start biting them. Go read Numbers 21 from 4. You will see that where they were attacked by enemies, it was the king, a Canaanite. In other words, they were there where they're supposed to have moved in, but because of their foolishness, this king attacked them. And not just that, God rescued them from the king, and then they started messing up again, and serpents started biting them. they cried again as usual because we always crying. They are killing us. So they are killing us. So the last time I checked, you have not killed them according to the idiot. The last time I checked, you have finished your 150 days of fasting. Nothing happened. Only betrayal happened. Now you have the option to look upon the golden snake, which is true. Heaven asks Moses to mold. If you don't, you will continue to die. But if you look upon that snake, if you look upon that Moses snake, that golden snake, which is truth from God, which we are telling you here all this time, then we can reorganize ourselves and we move into the Canaan. My Reverend, I just want to call in to, give these few words to our people to understand that we are not going anywhere as long as we'll continue our foolishness. But if we rethink, we have done a lot of work. We know ourselves, all of us. We know. Can you imagine how vast? Can you imagine how we have connected so far? We can regroup and help ourselves and move into the Canaan that God has promised us. I want to thank you very much, my brother, for what you're doing. You are doing a great job, and God in heaven will reward you immensely and your household for what you're doing. And also, God will reward all Biafrans who are truthful in this quest for the restoration of Biafra. I thank you so very much. All hail Biafra, and God bless the people of Biafra and all of us of freedom. Thank you very much, my brother.
Very much indeed, sir. And of course, that is the voice of Mazi Obienu. The truth cannot be overemphasized. So many calls coming in this evening, but I encourage you, do not relent because I will try to pick all your calls. My brother on the WhatsApp, can you hear me? Call on WhatsApp. Call on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Mazi Onwukwe, can you hear me? Yes, good evening from here. Go ahead, please. The world is listening.
My name is a very good day, and I'm so for today and the program you are bringing up in this evening about the quality of and everything that has to do with good leadership. That has been the problem of Africa, especially this side of Africa that we don't have so much things to say, just that we really need leaders that is ready to sacrifice their time, energy, and resources for the people. We really need leaders. We really need leaders who are ready to be a servant, not a dictator, not an emperor, not somebody who will come and turn to be God, in which people will not be. That is the problem we have in Iceland. We have a leader that nobody can talk to, nobody can ask questions. And moreover, this is a man that made himself a leader. I remember when the Malami was presenting his report about him, he said that the first leader of the indigenous people of, and when you look at what that man said, is the truth. But I'm not going into that area because of him. I'm so happy for this program because this is what this generation needs. This is what we need to have this, to get this freedom, to secure this freedom for our incoming generation. And I want everybody to understand that this freedom, Biafra restoration project that we are into is really a divine project from God. Because are people who have the opportunity to be on board to drive this project to a logical conclusion has been playing game with it. And that is the reason each time anybody plays game with the freedom, God will bring up another person. So I want every human being to understand that this is not a business of one man. This is not a project of one man. It's not a project of two people. It's not a project of Onyibe and all the rest of them on and they can or was rich. These are things we must join hands together. These are things we must. That is our people say that the prices are there from Baji, but you will pay prices of Baji today. We need unity. We need to gather our strength together, our idea and everything we have in our possession together to get this freedom. Because the Fulani who has been benefiting from our slavery is not ready to let us go just like that. It's not only that we will fight over it, but there are programs that we may lay on ground, then we know that these people are ready to get there. I told you people last time I called, these people are not our problem. Our problem remains we have never been able to put ourselves together sincerely to fight for this freedom and to fight for this Biafra restoration. And I strongly believe that now is the time. If we meet this period, that is the end. Let nobody say that hey, God will not allow them to damage us. God will not give. But God has been giving you the grace to stand on your feet and do what you're supposed to do for yourself. And let me tell you, people, God cannot do for you what you are supposed to do for yourself. It's only those things that God are supposed to do for you that God can do. These are warning to Biafra. These are warning to all freedom lovers of Biafra. Please, let's put ourselves together. Join the Biafra Nation Alliance or any Biafran group that can be ready to let you know exactly what they are doing. Not somebody who will come and tell you that only him knows it, the other one no one. No. Program is meant to be. Programs are meant to be known to every human being who are around that program. Because if you are not lectured about what they are doing, you will be going the other way around. While the other one will be going the other side, the other one will be going the other side. I listened to one of Nnamdi Kanu's program where he says that he's going to get Biafra by any possible means, even if it is war, even if it is not by everything that he created, that he burned down the zoo. When you look at that comment, you find out that this guy has no program. He has no plan A, not to talk of auction. All we know is that he get Biafra by any possible means. He never tell us that these are the exactly way I want us to go about this restoration and achieve this. He keeps telling you, if he tells you non-violence in the morning, he tells you to war in the afternoon, he tell you another thing in the evening. So these are the things we have been managing all this while until today. Now, so many people have realized that this guy has nothing to offer. My greatest annoyance of Nnamdi Kanu is not only lying to us or eating our money or whatever. It's because this guy is playing game with human life. The other of our brother that called from Osaka who were saying that we don't need to criticize this. We are not criticizing Nnamdi Kanu. We are saying the facts. We are still talking about what this guy, the kind of crime this guy is committing with our people. Imagine me talking now. I'm one of the people that were tagged armed robber and kidnapper by the same man the Kano on 12th of April 2020. He made that announcement. It was published on the two national daily, the Punch and the Nation. We are threats in which he made the allegation to. 2 days later, one of us were arrested. Up to today, we haven't seen him. That man you saw that we arrested, Akobakila Akowara, is a father of children. He's a husband of a wife. He's a brother to people. Up to today, none of his relatives know where they kept that guy. Whether he's dead or not. Look at so many people that were poisoned to death. You go to meeting, they will put poison to you to eat. Meeting that you went with your money, everything is your own. Nobody is paying you. Why are they not poisoning you? When he said that we should come out and join him to stop Biafra, if he did not come out, he could have said that we are lazy. Now we came out to assist him, to work with him, to realize his ambition. He turned around and started swallowing people. This evening I was going on the social media. I saw one of the guys which they put in the bush complaining that they does not know exactly what they are doing. If this member of this BOS are on ground here, they could have go for them. That they have turned everything upside down, collecting money, this and that. You know, you take people's children, put them in the bush, claiming that they are fighting for whatever I don't know. They are hungry. Then you are busy. Speaking with the politicians, you are claiming that they are evil, collecting money from them. The recent one that happened on Friday or last week is a clear evidence where you announced that there will be no election in Anambra. Since that day, you announced it and not the rest of them. People are being killed, people's property are being destroyed, and everything all of a sudden, dying minutes, you went and collect money. And you now say that the boycott has been lifted. What about the people that have killed? What will you tell the children of those people or the parents of those people that were victims to the program you initiated just to get money? You are wasting the blood of innocent brother, not even the enemy. And somebody will want us to keep quiet and be clapping for him so that the world will not say and we are excited. And let me tell you people, the world are watching what is going on. The world are looking at us. Let us not claim that all these things that is happening, the international community are not seeing it. It's a lie. They are seeing it. They know what because they get news more than so many of us that is here. And they know the truth. So the earlier we stand up against any human being who are using their system as a game to make money, you must expose that stuff. It's better if you are not ready to be part of the Biafran restoration project, go home and be doing your business. There will be no problem. But for you to come in and start playing games with the blood of people, not even collecting money. If it is money, there's no problem. You'll be playing games with the blood of people. Imagine somebody like you, a lady, a graduate of mass communication. She never did anything. She never married. Even I heard that people are coming to marry her. She said no, that she will marry when Biafra must have come. With hope that what Nnamdi Kanu was telling people is the truth. When we joined the security of IPOB in 2015, we were one of the first people to start it. We were told that when we will be telling so many of us that is capable of being an army will be taken to abroad for a proper training. Up to today, nobody was anywhere for a proper training. At the end of the day, what we now saw was to divide the security against people that metamorphose to government and its network. And all these groups you see them creating, they are all against us, working against the last our people, not even the Fulani. But he told us that he's bringing the boys to defend our land, in which the Fulani Cathedral has been ravaging. But up to today, you see them in the street of Biafra, shooting to Biafra, killing Biafra, burning their property. Just on Friday, we went to Mbise in Imo State, where people, I don't know if where people park their machines to go their business and all the rest of it. They brought down every motorcycle they stopped and shot 2 to 3. They are burned down everything. These people they killed are the same Biafran. These machines they burned down is property of the same Biafran people. Today again I saw where the hot the vehicle with the one security personnel with them burn the vehicle down, burn down the occupants of the vehicle. Is that how we get Biafra? Between our own. And somebody will come and tell us, don't criticize him. No. What Nnamdi Kanu done against Biafra? And when it comes to criticism, this for one, he started it with Wazirike, Ohelezemdibo, Nnemodo, Tony Nnadi, Asare Dokubo. All of you know when he went on the air to accuse Asare Dokubo of collecting 50 million naira and eat the money, take the boys that he gave them to friends, hand them over to DSS. If you are not aware of that one, ask about it. So my suggestion this evening is that part of the part of the sensitization we have to do to our people is to make them to understand that Nnamdi Kanu is leading us to nowhere. To ask for them to make a U-turn, and we have provided an option, which is Biafra Nation Alliance. And this Biafra Nation Alliance is ready to work with every pro-Biafran group who are sincere and genuine into Biafran restoration project. So I advise you to look for any, in any state that you are, ask for somebody that is in charge so that he can join and make your own contribution. But this is where I'll drop my comment. Thank you very much. I remain blessed.
Thank you very much, my brother, for your contribution. People do not understand, but with time they will understand what is actually playing on. That is the voice of Onwukwe Wanzi, administrator in charge of Biafra land here in Biafra land. Yes, I'm joined by Agungwanye. Can you hear me, Agungwanye? Just a minute, I think. Just a minute, I think I need to connect your cord. Can you hear me now?
Hear you, sir.
Good evening from here. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you, sir. Good evening from here. I really thank you, sir, for the good work you are doing for us. I've been listening, I've been following up what people are saying and your analysis as well. And I really thank God that I'm able to be to work area, and I've been pleading that you remove that award, collect the award back so that I will be connected anytime I want to be connected. That having been said, I really greet you and thank you for the good work you are doing. I have heard of what every other person said. I will not say they have said it all. I will just recap on some of the things as I drop my own submission. I really thank our daddy in the Lord because all the things that was in my mind, he has said them all. And that brother that called from Lagos, I really appreciate him as well. I also appreciate our daddy here, Onwukwe Wanzi. He has already finished off what was in my mind. But I will still refer us back to last time I discussed on maintaining discipline. And I think I made mention of certain things there. I said that when you are talking about maintaining discipline that day, I'd say that another name for discipline is castigated, chasten, chastise, correct, and punish. I'm recounting this thing back so that our brother from Suka will hear it, because the only lie he lied there, unless maybe he just joined the struggle today, is by telling us on air that he never had a Nnamdi Kanu criticize or castigate anybody. That's the first lie he lied. For his plea for unity, that one is good. Everybody have been asking for unity. But I would have advised him to go back to Radio Biafra and preach that gospel to them, because they are the people that refuse to unite with other people. Every other person is talking about unity, put hands together to make things work. But they are dividing their own. They don't want to liaise hand, but want to answer supremacy. And he said he had never heard him castigate anybody. Somebody that had been on air for the past decades talking about people. I'm not going to start narrating it again, because people have already said it. And they say you have never had it. So we are now not we are not criticizing anybody. Rather, we are castigating him or chastising him. Even Scripture says, God says that whom He loves, He chastises. He has done much harm than good. And if there's one adage in Igbo that when you remove a tick from a dog and you fail to show dog that tick you removed from his body, you will think that you pinched it. Never a time that another strategy will come up without a particular problem being mentioned. If you don't know that you have a problem, how will you get a cure? He has originator of the problem, and he continue to hang on with that problem, and there's no way this thing will be resolved without him being mentioned. We are not mentioning him in the form that we are so much interested in hearing his name or what. Is to tell people the evil he has committed. Those of you that are not on ground, that did not know what is going on, may not understand. But those that are on ground and know what has been going on understand what they are saying. And let me still remind that brother, have he not had on air when they issued their memo or their press release castigating somebody? The director, our head of admin here, Dr. George Onyibe, his name was being used to sing music on air. George Onyibe is a transmitter, I'm robber. Jojo Onyibe ate money. Jojo Onyibe ate Madam Eriwa's money. Jojo Onyibe sleeps with so. To the extent that somebody took the pen to go and bring the picture of another person's wife on air and tag it with another man's husband in order to character assassinate that person. And you are saying that you never hear where he castigate somebody. So when your child is doing evil and they keep on reporting to you and you keep on supporting that your child inwardly, so don't you know that you are the one doing that evil? So all those people that are coming to use people's name to sing music and rubbish them on air, whom do you think that sent them? And I thank God that what he has been doing, that his strategy is still working on their head now, because all these things going on in their midst, you will think that he didn't know. He knew everything and he orchestrated it so that at the end he will find a soft landing place that he's looking for. So the thing that boils my heart or makes me angry is when somebody knows the truth and you are lying. Because when you made mention of that thing that you never had him castigate somebody, you know that you are lying and you've lied and you know it. That you are calling for peace. Why not go to those people that didn't want peace? We ourselves came with peace. That's why we said we don't want violence. As we started it from the origin, that we continue with it. We don't need armed struggle. We don't need anybody's blood. But somebody has single-handedly raised illegal security outfit, and they are going with guns looking for saboteurs to kill. And you are coming on air to say that you've never seen the person criticize or castigate anybody. My brother, you lied. And there is still a time for you to make amends, because you know you have lied. All the people he has called evil and expelled on air, so that one is not castigating, is not a character assassination, is not humanizing somebody, removing human rights from somebody's body, and you say you are going to get a nation for us. Even in this Nigeria, the way they are treating us, I've never seen where they come to expel somebody from Nigeria or eliminate somebody just like that without what you have caused. They never came on any day to say, from today, we are eliminating, we are expelling this person from being in Nigeria. Rather, we even want to live there. They refused and insisted that we will continue to stay with them. But this one is that somebody we have been working for, we join hands together to raise him up. We now come back and start stabbing us at the back and expelling people. So, and they call the group he's maintaining, he's saying indigenous Biafra. So you are expelling somebody from his indigenous land. So how are you going to quantify that? And you people did not see anything wrong in it. Even the one he is on the air saying during the answers, you never see anything wrong in it. And all those things, the evidence, we have facts and figures, and the evidence is everywhere of what he has done to any of the strong believers of his movement. He never wanted any intelligent person to be around him. He needed mediocres, and that's what he's working with. Anytime he notices that you have something upstairs, that your ideology is deviating from his own, they will eliminate you, or they will look for what to castigate your name with. So I will love a situation whereby all of us will tell ourselves the truth. They are still our brothers and sisters. We will be the happiest souls to hear that tomorrow all of them repented and come up for all of us to put hands together and make things to work. But in a situation whereby you keep on elevating evil, supporting evil, and still lying, and you think you are talking of peace, you have not started. Go to all those platforms they are using to lie and brainwash our people and send them to bush and start eating wild fruit, and from there drinking ugogro. Now I'm hearing that is in all those things, when they inject it on their body finish, they will get out of this world and start misbehaving. Nothing you are talking of normal life that will get into their ears again. So go there. Rehabilitation is supposed to start from there. When they rehabilitate themselves to finish within those groups, then they will now come and join other groups, so that all of us will put hands together and make things to work. Not coming to lie on air. Lying will not help you people. Lying will not help you people, because they have been lying for time immemorial. Up till now, he has not achieved anything for them. And for he himself, he knew what he is doing. It's you, the blind followers, didn't know what he is doing. There's never a time he wants this restoration to take place, because they are making merchandise of it. It's from there they are making their fame and their money. So if the thing comes to an end, what will you call it? Have you people reasoned within yourself to ask yourself, what is it that the elders, have you forgotten how the disgrace in Germany when he went to eat New Yam? Have you forgotten how he castigated every other his members on A? The ones he called kidnapper, the one he called armed robber, the one he wanted them to be buried alive. All those things you are claiming you've never seen it or heard of it. Tell yourself the truth, my brother. He knew what he's doing. Do you know that the 7 count charges they first labeled against him, he has come to court to deny it. Even the one they told him that he wanted Biafra, he wanted to secede from Nigeria to get Biafra, who is against their own constitution, they call treasonable felony. He rejected everything. He claimed, he pleaded not being guilty, meaning that he never seek for Biafra. He himself knows what he's fighting for. Let's keep on watching till the day he will come out and say, yes, I'm still fighting for Biafra, or I have forgotten anything about Biafra. Because based on his attitude now, they are not looking for any Biafra. They are looking for money, fame, and whatever other thing they want. And the thing that is paining us is that they are doing this, excuse me, they are doing all these things with the blood of our children. If they are just doing it on a normal note, we would have not bothered. But they are doing it with our people's blood. All these our youth they are destroying. After destroying all of them, peradventure anything like the real war happen now, who will be the one to go and fight the war? Who will be that one to fight the war? And whenever they cut their people and get them disseminated, they will deny them. It's only the one they could not deny again when we started now making it public for people. Otherwise, any of them they catch and they will deny them on it. What kind of freedom fighting is that? He's not fighting for our freedom, rather he's fighting for his belly. And he has gotten enough. He's looking for an ampere way now that he will follow and dismiss into thin air. Uche for that to the extent that they went to the extent of publishing their fellow human being name that he has died and showcase a casket claiming that is that person's burial they are doing. And you said you have never seen them castigating. Whom do you think that orchestrated all those things? My brother, tell yourself the truth. What I know is that all the things they are wishing others, that thing must come back to them unless they repent and ask for forgiveness. Our director has already laid curse on their head, just like as that your video Benny said. And that curse will never be removed unless they come publicly to confess the atrocities they have committed against us as a people. So there's no need of continue talking. All my people have already said it all. We must continue. We are not going to stop. And nobody should be coming to tell us it's we that thing has happened to, knows how we are feeling. Those of you that it has not affected should not come and tell us how to feel. All our suffering, gathering money, sending to them in Germany, they are using it to pay themselves, living in a conditioned room, doing nothing. But we that are receiving the heat and every other bullet here, nobody has ever given us 1 naira. Say take. Rather, we are the one contributing and sending. And you are coming to tell us how to feel. All the time they are singing with our names, saying all manner of things against us, and they really know that what they are saying is lie, that it never happened. None of you called them to order. So it's now you people who have the inventory to be calling Radio Biafra and the Biafra Human Radio, telling them how to champion their own cause. We must continue to call him out when he will come out and apologize to all the people he has already victimized, because it's part of correction, as I told you before. He must maintain discipline because there is no discipline in him. That's why he continued lying, living a deceitful life in praise. So all those shenanigans and all those cut and nail fire brigade approach should stop. Our people have woken. Their game is over. They must come back to reality and come and liaise hand with their fellow brothers and sisters and apologize to all those they have offended, so that all of us will put hands together and make things to work. But if they refuse to do so, let them continue in their own way. As all of us that have agreed together to work, we still continue in our own way. We are not into armed struggle. We are not into violence. So if they want to continue with their violence, let them continue. But at the end, after the race, we will count the mind. So a word is enough for the wise. Let me just pin it here tonight. Deopa, I really thank you for having me. We will continue. We are not stopping.
Thank you very much.
From here, sir.
Thank you very much. And of course, the truth cannot overemphasize the issue of IPONC and Nnamdi Kanu. It has nothing to do with what we are doing. We are trying to establish a monumental boundary for all the atrocities happening in our land. Because a day will come, we will tell the story how we got here. But the truth is, we will surely get home. And this having been said, I want to appreciate all of you who took your time to call in, to make your positive contribution. And my apology to those of you I cannot take their call at this moment. Tomorrow is another day. We continue from where we stop. Good night from here, and then God be with you. Do not forget to be a leader, tomorrow leader. Preparation has to start today. And those of us who are in the position of preparing tomorrow's leaders, let us not forget, we have so much job to do, so much work to do, but we cannot shy away from it. We will hold our ground to the end. And so at this moment, I say good night, and God be with all of us.
championing the cause for the restoration of Biafra. Biafra Human Rights Radio.